Do you know, I've been making that noise for about 2 years now, and I still don't know why. And yet, I'm still doing it. Hey, my name is Chris, if you didn't already know, and welcome to a Random Thoughts video. I've not done one in I don't know how long. Or I might get attacked by my dog, because usually when I sit here he comes for a fuss, but I think he's noticed the camera is on. He doesn't like being filmed, so he might actually just stay away from me. So what can I talk about in this video, because I literally have no notes, no clue as to what to talk about. I could talk about the fact my garden needs a trim. If I remember, I'll show you outside my window where the hedge has climbed about a foot in the last week, and that's no word of a lie. It's because it keeps going sunny, then it's raining, then it's sunny again, raining again, and because of that it's just growing out of control. And because of the rain, I don't want to get my hedge trimmer out. I've been told though that next week it's going to be nice and sunny, I'm hoping, and I'm going to gut the garden. I'm going to just have a massive fight with it. There's a lot of weeds in there that need ripping out and dealing with. It's not just that garden, the back garden's even worse. That's going to take some effort. But I've decided I'm not going to do it all, or try and do it all in one go. Do it in stages. Can you hear that? That's my dog. He's going because I'm talking to the camera again. But yeah, I'm hoping to get my garden sorted in hopefully the next month, or however long it's going to take me. What else can I talk about? Oh, I'm fully vaccinated. I actually had a little panic over that because I got vaccinated. Hold on, let me go and get my little card and it'll tell me the actual dates. I had my first shot on the 21st of February, and they said that you have your next vaccine, the second one, within 3 months, 12 weeks of that. And the week leading up to that 12th week, I was starting to panic a little because I'd had no text messages or emails or anything saying, you know, book your second vaccine. So I decided that the Wednesday before the 12 weeks was up, I'd have walked into my medical centre to go and say, how do I book my second vaccine? Can I have it? Funny thing is, the day before, I was wandering around the shops like I normally do, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, a text message came through saying, you can now book your second vaccine. I'm like, so I got that booked and I had it on the 14th of May. And the thing is, when I had the first vaccine, the first thing that I noticed as I was leaving the medical centre was that my arm started aching, but I didn't think of anything on it because it wasn't that painful. And about 2 hours later, I started to get very, very cold. And I was vlogging at the time, and I joked that that could be a side effect. Turns out it wasn't a joke. And all of the next day, I was going from very, very cold, my fingers were like ice, to very, very hot. I lost my appetite. I felt like I'd got flu symptoms, you know, like aching and everything. And there were all these other side effects that I've forgotten about. And my arm was aching for... my heating's kicked in, ignore it. My arm ached for 4 days-ish, something like that. So when it came to having my second vaccine, the nurse that was going to inject me, she said, or asked, did I have any side effects? So I told her, she was like, yeah, you're most likely going to be having the same again. I'm like, yay. However, after I had the injection and I did the sit down for 15 minutes because I was driving, I didn't feel any ache in my arm. In fact, the only difference I had at that point was when I had the first injection, I never felt it go in. I did the second one, so I'm surprised I didn't faint because I'm liable to do that when I get injected. I know, I'm a wimp. But then afterwards I left, went home, and I'm like, huh, my arm isn't aching. And it didn't all of that day. In fact, I had no side effects at all for the rest of the day or for the rest of the week. The only thing that I had was aching arm. That was it. And it wasn't even when I was like sat like this. If I put my arm up, then it ached. But like this, just resting, nothing. And I didn't have no chills. I didn't get hot. I didn't have any aches. My appetite was still there. I'm like, did I actually get injected? So that's me, vaccinated. What else can I talk about? I don't really know. I mean, half the stuff that I do I've talk about on a vlog or I vlog it, so I don't want to repeat myself. Like for example my TV recorder, I could talk about that, the fact that I fixed it. I was going to buy a new one and I decided to open up the one that was playing up, and it turned out all it was one of the cables that's attached to the hard drive wasn't in its socket properly. That was it. That's why I've been having problems all this time. It got to the point where all that list of films that I talked about previously, couldn't access it because it just wouldn't go onto that onto the files. Since I've plugged that back in, they've been popping up. I've been able to watch films, I've been able to record programs, and it finished when it's supposed to, and it plays through no problem. So at least I saved some money there. But yeah, I don't want to reiterate on that. Maybe I should talk about the fact that I've been reminiscing over things, and normally it's holidays. Not recently, it's been more like people I've known, the pets that I've owned, places that I've visited. In fact, just the other day I was reminiscing about when I met Harley. You know, the whole going to camping at this farm in Scotland, and they had like 30 or so puppies roaming around, and I went to go say hello to them, and the first one that come running out was Harley, straight into my arms, straight onto my shoulder, hugging me. Yeah, that's why I ended up bringing him home. But that just got me thinking about all these other camping trips that I've done, even when I was younger. Like my parents, they took us camping sometimes. I just remember one time my dad was trying to put up this big tent and he didn't want any help, and he was getting quite irate because, you know, back then it were all thin poles and you had to slot them into the canvas and try and rearrange it so that it went up straight, and I remember him cursing a lot. I mean, we offered to help, but he was having none of it. He was like, no, I'm going to get it done. But that's where my love of camping's come from, you know. My parents camping, but it's improved a lot over the years. Pop-up tents, blow-up tents, you can have electric hook-up. Heck, you can even have like these plastic washing machines for your clothes. Not that I've got one of them, I'm not bothered about them. I'm trying to think what else I've been reminiscing about. Yeah, ex-girlfriends. Not that I missed any of them. I think it's because I've got friends who keep asking me when am I going to get a girlfriend, and I'm like, I'm not really that bothered. I've had girlfriends where they want my constant attention, like every single day. I'll be at work, they want me to ring them up. When I'm not at work, to be with them. Another girlfriend who was extremely boring, I kid you not. The highlight of our relationship was we'd be sat in here in this room and I'd ask her, what would you like to do? And she would reply every single time, whatever you want. I'm like, yes, I know, but what would you like to do? Whatever you want to do. Oh. Seriously, I could have said, let's watch some grass grow, and she would have done it. It'd have been more interesting than she was anyway. I mean, they've not all been bad. I've had girlfriends that I've enjoyed being with, but they're either too loud or just want to party all the time. I'm getting on. I don't want to party all the time. Yeah, I've had people asking me about them and I'm just talk about them. There's other things that I've reminisced about, like it was before I was vlogging, so it was late 2000s where I kept doing these things called walkabouts. I'd ask anybody I knew, would you like to go for a walk with me to wherever? And it was like only I think 4 times that I did it that year. There's a place called Lower Bradfield, I believe. Did a walk round there. Another one with my brother up to a place called Marsh Lane where they do a Sunday market. We walked all the way up there, found a pub, sat outside and had a few drinks. I'll probably show all of these on one of my photographic memories at some point. I guess it's because of how old I am, I'm starting to think about my younger years again. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the video now. I think I've spoken or talked long enough and he's gone back to sleep. I'll show you that as well. Yeah, that's I think that's enough for me to constitute a random thoughts video. At least I hope so. That radiator is so loud. Why? Have you quite finished? Okay, it's gone quiet again. Because what I was trying to say is, it's now time for me to go. All that's left for me to say is, thank you for watching and subscribing if you have, and liking this video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. Seriously, as I say peace out, I need a new radiator, I think. Sounds like there's a mouse behind there trying to get out. Help! Let me out!